Hi, it's Larry Gaines from Options on the Open. We're going to soon be transitioning to a new site which will be called powercycletrading.com, but it will be home to Options on the Open. So we're going to have a nice new clean site, a lot of different updates and things on it. So this is going to be the new look. So I just thought I'd throw that out there, but it's still the home of Options on the Open. So get ready. In about the next week, this will be coming up, so just wanted to put that out there. And if you haven't received my free ebook, let me show you where you can go to get that. If you'd like to get a copy of my free ebook, just still go to my website, optionsontheopen.com, and you'll see on the home page Making Money Trading Options, Top 15 Option Trading Strategies. So just put your name, email address in there, and you'll get that ebook right away. So one last thing before I get started, I'm also going to be speaking this coming Thursday, September 14th. It's September the 14th, which is Friday, at the Money Show in Las Vegas. It's the Forex and Options Money Show. And on this, the text part of this email blog will be the link if you'd like to sign up there. If you can't make it to the to Vegas, which hopefully you can. The link for this will be on this particular email, and it's for the free streaming, so you can see my presentation there live if you'd like, through free streaming. So let's get started. I'm going to go over today just where the power cycle trading model currently has the market after this big move that we had this past week, and give you a little bit of few pointers here on what might come up this week. So let's get rolling. The power cycle trading model that we use for all of our trading, long-term to short-term to intraday, still has the market in an uptrend, and we measure the long-term trend using the weekly time frame. So it's been an uptrend, and it's still in an uptrend since the 8th of June, and you can see we've had this huge move to the upside, breaking new levels not seen since 2008 on the S&P. So that's on the long-term trend, is still up. The medium-term trend, as measured by the daily time frame for the S&P 500, and again, this is a daily S&P cash CBOE S&P 500 chart. The daily trend, or the medium-term trend, which I call it, kicked in on the 6th of September after we got the results out of the ECB. So it had a big pop up. It's currently long, and so you can see that before this kick to the long side, it had been kind of choppy here. We had this one long trade that went back long on the 6th of August. Then it went neutral around the 14th of August. Then it went short on the 21st of August, and it went neutral again here on the 29th of August, and was just sitting waiting. And then it, on that explosive move that we had after the ECB announcement, it kicked back in long on the system. So it's currently holding long. The medium-term time frame, which we measure by the 60-minute time frame, this is the intermediate term. It's currently neutral. It went long here on the right. One second here. Okay, one second. Yeah, on the intermediate term, it went long on the 4th of September. You can see how choppy and sideways it has been on the intermediate term time frame since, really going back to the 3rd of August. We've been trading in this sideways range, waiting on something to happen, which we knew was coming because the volatility had really come in, and we knew that there were a lot of these major headline risk type of decisions coming down the pike, with the ECB and the Fed. So we've been trading in a sideways pattern here since basically the 1st of August, and I'm going to put in some lines here so you can see this sideways pattern, then how it broke out. So this really defines the range here. You can see that we've been in the sideways pattern from the low of 1395 back at the 1st of August, and we've seen it cycle up to 1426 and then back down, and actually the range, it was really kind of stuck in this range right here about 1413. So this 1413, 1414 was a big resistance level. Then you had this 1395, and it had been going up and down in this particular channel until we had this breakout. So here's a trend line, and if you've seen some of my webinars, you've seen how to correctly draw a trend line. But you can also see that our system went long right here on the 4th of September, right before this trend break. So this gives us alert, and then when you see this trend line, you know something big's going to happen. You can see it was wedging in here, so it was going to either break to the upside or downside. So here's this pennant formation. If you draw the trend lines, the descending and ascending trend line, and the great thing about our system is that you can see it gives you an alert and got you in and told you based on our system that the probability was that it was going to break to the upside, and it did, and you had this explosive move to the upside. It went neutral. The system went neutral here on Friday the 7th, and so it's sitting flat on the intermediate term. But again, it's in a long-term trend on the long-term weekly, and it's on uptrend on the medium term. I want to point one last thing out too before I sign off. This is the Dow Jones Industrial Average. This is the CBOE index for the Dow, and it's pretty interesting. If you look here, this is a monthly chart, so you can see this pivot high that came. This came back in October of 2007. We made a contract high back then at what was the high? 141.98, and then we had this high right here back on the 31st of May at 133.39, and then Friday the market closed, the high was 133.20. So you can see we're up right on this trend line, this descending trend line here on a long macro term basis. So the Dow's a little bit lagging, but it's showing penetration. So keep an eye on this to see if this breaks through, and then you have the continuation of the rally, or if it stalls somehow. Now this week there are going to be a couple important things, economic events again. It seems like every week there's something important, but again we have the Federal Reserve meeting this Wednesday and Thursday, the 12th and 13th, and then on Wednesday the 12th, the German Constitutional Court rules on the European Stability Fund, and so their ruling will determine whether or not Germany's willing to go along and back the ECB on their bond buying program. So most of the experts are saying that they probably will approve this. So with that approval, you would probably see the market break further to the upside. All the trend indicators are showing to the upside. So that takes out some of the noise, and that's kind of the direction we're seeing now. So good luck trading this next week, and if you'd like to learn how we trade using the Power Cycle trading model, please come join me at optionsontheopen.com. Soon to be switched over to powercycletrading.com, home to Options on the Open. Good luck, and thank you for your time.